Hello, good morning, happy Monday. Time is chicken 7:05. I don't know which roads are better, honestly. I don't know which ones are better. It is snowy. Yay. It's gonna take about an hour to get to work, my GPS said, but it's okay, whatever. My stomach is not happy. It's back to its old self because I was foolish and I ate garlic. I thought, oh, I'm going to kick this candida in the butt starting today. So there's that. Oh my gosh. This is the situation right now. I don't know, but right now I'm gonna focus on driving and enjoying some Korean or something because I'm very depressed. I'm very upset at things in life, and yeah, I did open my friend's gift and that was very thoughtful of her. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know, but I'm gonna go. Have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and compassion, y'all. 안녕히 계세요. Alright, so situation right now. I'm driving, we're driving 15 miles per hour, which is nice. A little whiteout. I think I'm like checking out of life again because it's too much. I was thinking like this is the perfect snow, even yesterday, and I have no one to share it with. The guy. I think by now you should know that I'm not for just anyone. Which, speaking of, a friend from the past, blast from the past, sent me a message last night. I didn't know if I should reply because I don't know, but I did reply because I'm that person. I can't not reply. Look at this is crazy. So this is pointless. Why did I pick this up? Just to show you the speed we're going. So it might be a little more than an hour. It might be like close to an hour and a half. I should have taken the streets halfway, but I just that was actually why I made this decision, because getting out of my development onto the streets was hard enough. So yeah. Exciting stuff. So late. This is just absolutely crazy. Crazy. I don't know where they're going. Gosh, look at this. You can't even see the signs. So crazy. My gosh. And I'm on B, and it's like, look at that. We can't drive. We cannot drive. This is ridiculous. To be on time during this type of thing where we're going, this is like generous, and we were going like 40 at one point because there's a zone that had no snow pretty much, but you can't even tell the lanes. I can't even like talk about this road. This started last night. I don't understand how the system works. Maybe if you explain it to me, how in the world you can't be that fast to clean up the roads. I want to know. I want to understand. Because if this was like continuous, this wouldn't be a problem. But because it's the first snow in a while, it seems to be a problem. I want to know. Yeah, like honestly, that we live in, okay, so this country is supposed to be the great country, the best country, the greatest country. And I was just on Facebook reading / listening to the president of Norway. We are so behind. At one point we were called the greatest country because, you know, we were open, because it was a country made from immigrants, by immigrants, and consistently appreciating immigrants. All of a sudden our education system is horrendous. Just our systems are wrong. Everything, like, so Japan works a lot. everyone knows Japan like had suicides because people were working too much, so on and so forth. Yet they do things with their head, is what my grandmother would say. It's what like Romanians would say, kukap. They don't just like, it is what it is. They're like, okay, so we need to be at work. We're going to put those masks on if we're sick because we don't want to get other people sick. They have a sinkhole, they fix it. They go overtime and they fix it. Like it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The US has turned from the great country to, why are we great again? Yeah. So that make America great again, yes, but no, because the things so far that are being done to make America great again, that's like the opposite of making it great, the opposite of what was great about America. So yeah, I don't know, sorry, I just went on a spiel here about things that are sort of related, but you might not see them as related because, well, like I said in one of my earlier points, maybe. Or maybe just because. And on the roads, I learned my lesson. On the roads, it might be faster, but the stress is much higher because you have to take a right, take a left, you have stoplights that come and go, and you like it was crazy last time. So I chose the easy way but the longer way, or whatever. I'm gonna go. Peace, love, and compassion. I hope you have a much better day, either physically out there or emotionally inside. It is Monday, 4:30. Nesi Sam Ship Il Pun. Said that so slow. The weather is gorgeous. It smells like winter. It smells like winter. Let me like get that diction going. It's awesome. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, but it's cold and it's snowy, and you know, there's downsides to it too. But I would rather have this than rain. Still, even this morning. I had a very political talk today. Oh, that I left it in the back. But I had some little topics to discuss. This is it. Yay, just in time. Ooh, cool little juke. Pogo 싶어요. 먹고 싶어요. Neither. That's not true. How do you say I don't want? Okay, so we had some interesting topics. I'm going to talk about topics that were less of a discussion, less of a heated argument and discussion. But also there was some heated discussion. There's one person that differs from the rest of us, and it just takes one person to just make it a continuous conversation throughout the day. It was pretty intense at some points, very intense. But it's also kind of a good way to practice your communication and your debate skills. We don't really debate, actually. We need more debate, unless, I don't know. It was interesting. It was an interesting day, and I kept throwing out random little tidbits like Lily's fun fact. There's health benefits in smelling farts and stuff like that, and making people a little, I don't know, less tense. Not that we were tense, it's kind of at least for my side, we argue and we differ in opinions, but I don't feel like at the end of the day I'm like, okay. Actually, at the beginning I didn't say anything because the person was giving me such comments that I couldn't even open that almost literal can of worms. So many worms in that can. There was like a barrel of worms, not even a can. And so I just chose to just not even acknowledge it and just say my piece, have them say their piece, and that's it. But as we got further along and other people got involved, other things were said, and the discussion became a discussion, not a debate, but we have discussions, not debates. There you go. But yeah, it kind of, I think, started mostly after I mentioned that I watched the Parliament debate of whether to ban Trump from the UK. So I don't know how we got into this conversation. I think my coworker, she went on a lunch date with someone she really likes, all great, blah blah blah. Somehow we got onto the topic of transgender, the idea that how unbearable it can be that all of a sudden after so many years of marriage, your partner decides to come out saying that, I don't even know the proper terminologies. Shoot, I should have watched more stuff on this, but come out as a different sex than they were born. Some coworkers have a tough time thinking how they could have handled that. There's one person actually that just feels they couldn't handle it at all. I think they're also tend to be more rash in what they say, and what they say is not quite what they do, but there's people who have, I'm sure, done that, said that and done it, where they just can't take that. I think there's so many different relationships though as well. I think that you sort of might idealize that why is it so loud? You might idealize relationships as a general, that if you are with someone, if you get married, you must love each other and unconditionally, and it's perfect and it's wonderful and all that jazz. That is usually majority, not quite the case. Maybe not majority, but at least 50%, because I mean that's the divorce rate last I checked. But it's also just how different people view their perspective. So we were talking about this before, there's the idea also that so my examples come from your woman married to a man, and the man comes out as a woman. Gosh, I feel so bad. I don't want to offend anyone, so please correct me if any of this is offensive. I don't know how to say it. I'm so poorly educated on this. So that happens. That kind of example is what I'm referring to, because other things that I can't mention. You know, you have been married at least 10 years, let's say. This happens, and how would you deal with it? And I think it's not irrational or judgment to have people say, I don't think I could deal with that. I don't think I would probably leave them. I don't think that's such a bad thing to say. Because we're human, we're not that evolved as we like to think we are. We are messed up in general. We don't know anything. We don't know ourselves, much less how to handle such a situation. So I honestly think that people who are in that situation and make this kind of choice or rash decision need to not be criticized to the extent that they might be criticized. I don't really know. But also there's a lot of compassion for the whole situation in such cases, because it's a pretty big thing. I think the biggest thing, honestly, I think what anyone would have issues with is that trust. So you're married to someone, you think you know, and all of a sudden they say they're not the person that you married. It seems like, oh, it's just a little thing. It's just like your gender. But it's not. And you say, oh, well, those people are just homophobic or something. But it's not always about that. It's just about the fact that you feel they've lied to you. Oh, a little hawk. Is that a hawk? There's a hawk, so cute. He's so puffed up because he's so cold. Sorry, I had to interrupt this serious conversation because, I'm sorry, animals rock. I will take time off for animals in any topic that I would be talking or discussing or monologuing. But yeah, okay, back to the conversation, the topic. So, oh my gosh, 11 minutes already? So yeah, so I think a lot of the conversations we've had is about the trust that is pretty broken, and the like massive curveball that you've been thrown out of nowhere. Like, you're so settled into your life, and all of a sudden this. I think that's the biggest issue people have, at least from what I've heard. My comments are more towards a particular part of this whole process of acceptance or non-acceptance, becoming aware of this new life, new chapter, new life path. A lot of the comments, you might call it ignorant. I call it, they're just humans that are expressing human concerns. It might be basic, it might be too basic for you. I'm sorry if it is. Just turn this off and move on. I don't know what to tell you. Clothing aspect, and it sounds so ignorant. I can't even bear to say it. It sounds so ignorant to say, oh, so you wouldn't, like, what would you think if you come home one day and discover that your underwear is missing. I'm like, that is an odd question to ask. Wouldn't they want to buy their own underwear, first of all? Why would they have to buy my own? I doubt we're the same size. Like, that would be weird. I don't know many people that are the same size. That's my honest truth. That's my first thought when I get asked that question. Like, would we be the same size? I don't have anyone in my life right now, so I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, it just kind of like, I just laugh. I don't even know how to answer that question. Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know. My underwear is missing. Okay. I don't understand the big deal. I don't know. Tell me. I don't understand the big deal to that. But it sounds like a very ignorant comment because it just simplifies things. Instead of like talking about the emotional parts, components to that person dealing with this for their life, or even in this moment, do you think it's easy to do that? I don't know. I guess people just so easily take that emotional aspect of it out of any equation. Immigration, transgender, anything is like, no, those people don't feel anything. Like, I mean, my dog feels. If you step on his foot, he's going to yell. He's hurting. So why would other humans that look just like you and me not feel the same things and ways that you feel? Like, have you not ever been conflicted over something? My second thing was, and this kind of shocked, I turned so red. I think I was sweating. I don't do so well with like speaking out. I get very embarrassed, but this is complete truth. Fun facts to know about me. I kind of like cross-dressing. You can think about it in whatever way you like. I'm just talking about the cross because that was the comment, that was the question I was put. You know, what would you think of him wearing your underwear? This him that I don't even have. I don't know. Maybe not my underwear. Maybe he can keep that. I don't want it back. Although I also was thinking, if you're like sleeping with each other, then does that really matter? Make much of a difference? Just kind of like people have made fun of me because I wouldn't drink after someone who I kissed. Something like that. I threw this curveball at people and I kind of shut their mouths for like a few seconds. They kind of didn't know how to react. It's always the quiet ones is what I wanted to say. I mean, it's true. I said it to be sort of an instigator to kind of say, hey, you're being a little ignorant. You're being a little close-minded. You're saying some things like, I'm going to give you something to think of the other side. Why is this so free? Oh, because people stayed at home because of the weather. So that was my first curveball that I threw at them. Honestly, this is all thanks to David Williams. If you don't know him, check it out. Netflix, Little Britain. That's why I know that I like cross-dressing. I thought it was kind of cool, hot, interesting, fun, cool. Did I mention cool? That he was so free and so free of gender roles that he felt okay with cross-dressing. Like, he had no, like, men, no dress on me. Like, I hate that. So for me, that's cross-dressing is a symbol of that. To other people, it's this other symbol of something else. Or actually, it's, no, I need my man to be a man. Like, okay, well, I don't want to be mistreated. I want to be an equal. So, you know, yeah, there we go. We differ on that. The other curveball I threw at them is, honestly, I think I just said it because I don't know how this came about. But I just also expressed my opinion on threesomes. I'll never forget a wonderful time in New York City with my friend, or my mom's friend's daughter, the two of us, and we met this guy. They ended up talking about threesomes, probably what he was looking for, whatever, too bad, it didn't happen. We weren't going to be into that. Actually, you know what? No judgment. To each their own. There's people who like that. But what I want to say, and what I said at work, was that threesomes, to me, I would rather have a threesome with two guys. Why wouldn't you? And you know why? And I think this is why. Honestly, I don't think it's anything about girls and me kissing a girl or doing other things. I honestly don't think it's about that. It's about that if there's two guys, I would be doing less stuff. Because they can do things together. And this is kind of a weird theory. I think it might be a false theory to some people, but to me, that's how I look at it. Because honestly, it turns me on when, oh gosh, hold on. So tired. Why am I rushing home when I have all this time? It turns me on when there's two guys kissing, making out. Am I like crossing like PG-13 boundaries by saying that word on YouTube? I don't know. So that's why I don't know if I should say it. But it turns me on. One argument I have is, why am I criticized for that? Which is the truth. It's not, I'm not doing it for attention. It's the truth. I'm being honest with my feelings. Why am I criticized for that, and not so much men being criticized for liking two girls making out? Food for thought. Think about that before you judge me and criticize me. Are you more okay with two girls making out? Because then you need to reevaluate your response to what I just said. Like, I'm not asking you to be in a threesome. I'm just saying, like, don't judge me and don't criticize me if you think that men watching two women together, or just two women together for that sake of, you know, a man's pleasure, is more okay than two guys being together. And I'm not talking about same-sex relationships or anything like that. I'm talking about pure just entertainment value to the opposite sex. I think it's cruel, I think it's weird, I think it's whatever, but if it has to happen, that's what I choose. And I actually, as we were talking about this more, I really would not mind. I really would not mind it. Like, I don't know. Two guys together is just hot for me. I'm sorry. Whatever, judge me. There's worse things that you can judge me for. I think that they were not expecting that. I don't know, that was, I think, maybe a little too cruel on them for just dumping this all over. But I can't stand when people just say stuff and they get backed up, like, yeah, that's true, and they all kind of rally with each other, and all of a sudden I'm like, hold on, there's other perspectives here, and I love to be that other perspective voice. But this is also very, very true. It's not like I'm lying, although I might do that just for the sake of argument, maybe. But usually there's some truth with what I say, no matter what. So yeah, so that's those are my little 3 topics. Well, 4 topics if you include the politics side. Good times. I mean, honestly, BTS, like, do I have to say more? I don't know. That's 5, but there's only 2 that I've sort of not fantasized, but thought of, which is different, because fantasizing is you actually imagine it happen. Thinking of it is just like, would that be a cool idea? Yes, it would. I think they're a legal age, right? There you go. I feel like a very different person. I came into work so down, so depressed because of so much crap happening in my personal life. And here we are, me exercising my right to say whatever I want and how I feel, no matter what people think that I should feel or that I feel. Anyways, I also spent the day watching Superwoman, catching up with Superwoman vlogs, because I actually didn't feel like it, because I was so down, depressed. I felt like, oh, I just feel bad about the crap I put out there on YouTube compared to her. And she actually mentioned that herself. It was weird. I'm like, you're amazing. What are you talking about? Everyone loves you. And, well, maybe not everyone, because, you know, everyone has haters, but people love you. So many people love you. Who likes my videos? No one likes my videos. Little deer, you're so cute. I'm so cute, little deer. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. So I'd rather post about deer and things like threesomes, which are sort of generally not life-threatening issues to talk about, but you never know. Wow, I took that curve. Weird. And then I need to try out the suppositories. That might be an interesting, I'll just put all of that in a title and see who watches. What do I get from that? Do Korean. Oh my gosh, I miss Korean. I didn't do anything. I didn't do any. I finished Bromance and I thought it was cute. The last episode, they had a special episode or whatever, and they had like behind the scenes at the end of the final scene of them like kissing in the hallway of the hotel, which I thought was like too much. Like, I'm not very comfortable with that stuff. The scene itself wasn't cute, but the behind the scenes and their interaction made me really have this like deep regret of, what am I doing with my life? Why am I not doing what I love, what I was made for, what I was born for, what I know I can do, what some people know I can, some people believe I can't. Why can't I be where I feel happiest and where I can shine? Why am I in places over and over again that constrict who I am to such a degree that I can't do my best for humanity. So that kind of got me down a little bit too. So we want to talk about that. Almost done with Playful Kiss and the Korean version of Mischievous Kiss. I don't know if they translate differently just because or on purpose. But almost done with that. I still have to watch My Love from the Stars, which sucks because it's depressing that he has to go back to where he came from, and I don't know how it'll end, and I don't want to watch that. I don't want to see the end to that. They're so cute. He's so cute. You know who's cute? The guy from Romance. Shang, I think. I'm trying to remember the letters. Shang, Ge. What's that fourth one? Men. Shang, Ge. Men. Shang, Ge. Men. No. Shang, Ge. Men. Something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I tried. That's the original title in Taiwan. And so yeah, that guy, Bii. Ah, he's so cute. And you know why he's cute? One, oh my gosh, so hot that his songs are in 3 languages: English, Mandarin. Well, it's basically Mandarin, Korean, and a little bit of English sprinkled in there. So hot because I love languages, so yeah. Plus, it also denotes open-mindedness, like just in the sense of like you have 3 different sets of viewpoints, or at least 2, the Korean and the Taiwanese or Chinese. But it kind of I see skinny guys and I feel like, I think you need more food. I think I sound like a Romanian when I say that. Oh, okay. Sorry, my lights were weird. So yeah, but he's cute and he's really hot with the singing, the songs and everything. And also I love his voice. I love like his character. I mean, this character was really hot because he's like, here's this like gangster sort of, and then he's like making coffee and so like meticulously making this coffee and so like passionate about this coffee making, and he's so cute when, you know, he's just doing his thing. I don't know, it's very cute and endearing. But also just the way he speaks, his voice, and yeah, he's cute. So hot. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to go and I have a lot of things to do. I'm gonna think about it, just do whatever comes first. You know, exercise. There we go. Boom. Oh, I'm dark. There we go. No, not better. Peace, love, and compassion. You all have a wonderful, I hope you had a wonderful early morning, late morning, noon, afternoon, evening, night, either any or anything in between. And peace, love, compassion, awareness, consideration. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. Time to try these out. This is not what suppository means in my part of town, but you know. A little deer waiting for water. Where's Chico? I said Papa, what is that? Papa? Мой капривара мяу. I think I'm going to go do a little sit-ups or something. And I tried the glycerin pump thing. It's really weird. You really feel like you have diarrhea, but not much came out. I know you needed to know that. I might try the magnesium tomorrow. So tired. So tired. I don't want to do anything. I am hoping I can go to bed early tonight. I say that often. We all say that often. I mean, when have you not heard that? Tomorrow, I will be more awake and I can do more stuff. I also burned myself. I was cooking spinach. You can't see right here. It hurts so bad. I burned myself with water, hot water. Alright, so here we go. Some sit-ups and stuff. Alright, did 20 push-ups with my little thing. I did 4, 3, 5, 4, something, I don't know. I did some curtsy squats to warm up, some arm circles, and so just doing this hurts my whole arms, both arms, so bad. So I did that, curtsy squats. I like did high knees but walking pace in for warm up, and then I did the push-ups, and I did some regular crunches, 20 regular crunches, and then I did push-ups, and then I did toes reverse crunches, and then I did just regular squats, 10 I think, and then 10 plie sumo squat type thing, and then I did, what else was in? Oh, and then I did like donkey raises, 10 each. Not much, but it's a start. I'm so tired and I don't feel myself. I don't feel great. So there's always tomorrow, or if there's not tomorrow, then this doesn't matter. Work on my Korean. I'm going to work on my lesson plan stuff. Scary. Scary. Alright. Peace, loving, and compassion, y'all. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요.